Though I found myself in a room full of puzzles, the real puzzle was understanding my enemy and why exactly they were putting me through this hell. Hello everybody. My usual detective voice intro needs work. But hi. So sorry about anybody who's trying to maintain their 50 streak. I have informed the appropriate parties. And hopefully they can... That was good? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Hello to all the VOD watchers out there in YouTube land. Sorry about this being at a different time. 4 p.m. is not usually my forte, but the Spurs are going to be playing tonight, and Mama Bones was like, Sonny, you better be available for it because Papa Bones is going to be watching his usual program, and I'm not going to miss the Spurs. So, yeah. It's more so for me, though. Like, I want to watch the NBA Finals. 11 p.m., that's actually decent for you. You only have to stay up till 1 a.m. potentially tonight, assuming we somehow live through these puzzles. But yeah, how you doing, Centrion? And of course, to all those joining us in the VOD, we appreciate you. Appreciates all the likes given, any new subscribers, and of course, you the viewer for just being here, or spending your time after a long day with the VOD. Not the best, but we're fighting. It's all some of us can ask for. I also do have to give a very special thank you to Eddie Ooze, who did shout me out, and a couple of his viewers did follow me. Thank you very much, Kona Mamori and Nick Snakes. Thank you very much for the follow. Also, I have to give a big shout out to HoneyBee because B bought me a gift on Throne. Thank you very much. It was the newly released, I think this year actually, TMNT Magic the Gathering Commander Precon. It should be on its way at some point, and I am excited to have my first full Magic the Gathering deck. Yeah, TMNT Magic the Gathering. So, for those who did not know, or have been out of the loop, Magic the Gathering is a tradable card game, for starters. It's a very well-renowned one, and it is basically the Fortnite of card games because it is collabed with so many different creators out there. Like, they have TMNT, they might have Power Rangers, I know they have Street Fighter, for a fact, and they just recently did a big old collab with TMNT to bring them to the universe with their own commander decks, booster packs, holo foils, etc. Good stuff, good stuff. My buddy Doug has done extensive unboxing videos on that, and the stuff I've seen come out of his luck is spectacular. He has like 5 Raph cards, and that's like my favorite turtle. So now I get my own pre-constructed commander deck, minus the nicety of having foils, I'm sure. But I'm excited. I'm excited to have my own commander deck. A friend of mine told me that there's a way to play with physical cards over the internet, like using webcams and stuff. So maybe that might be a possibility. Not for a stream. It's very hard to make playing card games interesting. Unless it's like Hearthstone, in which case it's like shotgun card games. Or maybe MTG Arena might be a good way to introduce some folks into it, but the way we play it online is with like a browser-based version, and it's not flashy whatsoever. But yeah, I'm having fun with that. I'm having a good time. And last night, me and my speedrunning buddies did some speedrunning for TMNT Shredder's Revenge, and we posted up another great time with myself, Fabulich, and Doug Game in 05. We almost hit the world record. We were off by 1 minute and 3 seconds for a 3-person run through arcade on what was it? Okay? I forget. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we were 1 minute and 3 seconds off. That means we are second place. Another silver cup for yours truly, speedrunning a TMNT beat 'em up. That's wild, man. That's really wild. I didn't think I would get this far just speedrunning a beat 'em up, but Sensei Doug knows how to teach me, man. Anyway, I guess seeing as I am on a limited time, I do have to be off by 7 p.m. my time, which will give us roughly a 3-hour buffer to complete malViolence. We should probably go ahead and step forth into this strange world. Now, let me go ahead and just get us past the main menu, off screen, and I will send us over there. Right, so, for the uninitiated, malViolence is a escape room style puzzle visual novel. It has had all sorts of twists and turns, but I was not able to sadly, what's the word I'm looking for? Recap myself, get myself up to speed, so this will be dodgy at best, whether or not I can get you guys up to speed. So, the story of malViolence is as follows. We are some kind of special agent, I forget exactly what we're called, that is trying to track down a supervillain who is causing terror all around the world. In our attempts to locate more intel, we were knocked out and captured. It isn't that terribly complicated, no, but there is some quirks that we've found along the way. Our captor is one Caution. Caution? I forget how it's pronounced, but basically he is a little boy with a whole bunch of problems in his noggin that has been exasperated by his mentor, whose name I've forgotten, sadly. And as we've gone through his trials, figured out how to get through each room without dying, thankfully. First off, we got outside of our cell. We still have our gun, and we still have enough bullets to use it. That's good. Second, in our first escape room, we exited and found ourselves face to face with the Grand Master who tutors Caution. At least that's what we thought, but it turned out to be a recording. Instructions left for somebody else. We're not exactly sure who, but we're receiving them as best we can. They seem to be more or less... what's the word I'm looking for? More or less just kind of... how do I put it? They seem to be babysitting instructions. Like, treating Caution as if he was just a little kid. In the second escape room, we found some clues for solutions that were strangely realistic. One saw us completing a corkboard linking items to children who were apparently kidnapped and brought to a facility of unknown origin. Sounds familiar to our protagonist. Might be linked to our organization, not sure. And Caution has all along the way taunted us, asking us what we're really fighting for, asking if we really know what's up. And honestly, I don't think our protagonist really knows. And of course, as we've been doing these puzzles, we have died again and again and again. So if you expect me to one-shot all of these in one go, I have bad news for you, friend. We are struggling at best. We are struggling at best. Give me one moment. Just need to add something. Okay, there we go. To struggle is to live. Yep. And if we ain't living, we're dying. Which is weird for a dead man to say. So now, after encountering one more recorded message, we have figured out that Caution is alone. And the Grand Master and his tutor is in fact dead. Reported dead, in fact. Extraneously so. There was no pieces left after an explosion claimed his tutor's life, his master's life. You do be the living dead, as oxymoronic as that sounds. Yep. And time will tell if that still remains to be seen. Anyway. Hi, Big Chum Bussy. We got a puzzle ahead of us, so wish me luck. Just finished recapping this. But all you need to know is that we are stuck in an escape room of sorts, figuring out exactly who we are, what we're doing here, and what Caution is up to. Your zodiac prediction? Oh no. I don't know. Those always seem like catch-alls to me. And if you let them impact you, it's not really... I don't know if it's their fault or not. Okay. Let's start by looking around real quick. First, on the ground level. What's this? You pick up what appears to be a generic scrapbook, like those shoved to the back shelves of charity stores. Ouch. Very specific, but I kind of relate with it. Looking closely, you can still see remnants of price sticker glue. It feels normal. Too normal. The book's clearly hiding some deep, dark secret. But the inner contents are equally normal. All you find are photographs of a woman who looks a lot like Dr. Danger. Ah, that's right. Dr. Danger. Dr. Danger is the big bad of this story. June's gonna be your lucky month. The universe is gonna be in your favor. Liar, liar, Star Magazine. Yeah, no. You make your own luck. And if you don't make your own luck, well, then you better pray to whatever god you believe in that you do have some luck. And if you don't believe in luck, believe in the Force. As corny as that sounds. The force of your own volition. So that's Dr. Danger and a young boy with a crooked, toothy grin. That's probably Caution before becoming what he is today. Yeah, I feel that. The craftsmanship on display isn't anything remarkable, with poorly cut edges and tacky glitter glue smeared across the cheap cardstock. At least the pages seem to be in chronological order. In those earliest photos, the boy is bedridden. His skin is unnaturally pale, and his gaze is unfocused, empty even. But as he flicks through the pages, he grows stronger. He gets out of bed, his eyes shine with inspiration and intelligence. He smiles. The woman in these photos must have been taking good care of him. The later photos are self-explanatory. Each moment is carefully dated and annotated. Oh, thanks for the bad luck. Just what I need. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for dropping by. Good luck with your day. Or evening, I should say. The later photos are self-explanatory. Each moment is carefully dated and annotated. Playing video games, reading bedtime stories, and what seems to be a movie night. You know the film they're watching. It's that one cartoon about an alien supervillain. One with a very big brain, but very little common sense. Ah, Invader Zim. I know it well. Hold on. Wasn't this film released 3 months after this photo was taken? Looks like Stop will have to add digital piracy to Dr. Danger's long list of crimes. Well, you can't stop a genius, unfortunately. Okay. So, 2 problems around here. And another book. It's a crumpled, heavily worked over notebook filled with grandiose ramblings in the third person. Lots of exclamation points and capital letters and ego massaging and spidery handwriting. Yeah, I know. There's a whole lot of pirates out there. I think, like, what was it? My cousins, like, one of my rich cousins. Again, rich cousins is the first thing I have to start with because they used to have a high seas faring library full of movies, not necessarily acquired correctly. But I'm not one to judge because they threw some pretty good sleepovers. But the more you flip back through the pages, the more writing grows negative. The more the writing grows negative. Another neater set of handwriting appears, leaving words of encouragement. Even further back, the spidery handwriting disappears. Neater writing takes over, marking the wrinkled paper with crisp grids and clear lessons. Shaky, barely legible scribbles sit below, rounding out vague, letter-like shapes. It almost looks like a therapeutic exercise. Or a homework assignment. Maybe it's both. But it's obvious that the notebook's author hasn't used it for a long, long time. Personally, you wouldn't be caught dead using the third person. You only use the second person. And even then, only for gathering your thoughts in high-stakes scenarios. Two, writer. Okay, so Caution and Dr. Danger are symbiotic, I suppose. Dr. Danger took care of Caution, and Caution kept Dr. Danger sane. Or maybe grounded. Human, even. Okay, let's check what this first puzzle is. There's a small kitchenette. It looks like it hasn't been used recently. Did Dr. Danger take care of all the cooking? A handwritten note sits on the counter. Looks like a recipe for pancakes? Fridge seems well stocked, too. Let's see if Caution likes your take on Dr. Danger's recipe. Let's see. 5 pieces of bacon, 8 eggs, 7 strawberries, 2 nuts, 5 cups of flour, 3 cartons of milk, 6 snappers, 7 sticks of butter, 9 blueberries. Huh. Yeah, no, I've had a time getting through this. Always begin cooking with Miss in Plus. Drag items onto the board to arrange them. Look at the ingredients to figure out how many of each item should be laid out on the counter. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. Items of different types should not touch directly, but can touch diagonally. Drag unneeded items into the trash. Huh. I see. But there's only 6 strawberries. Five pieces of bacon. Hmm. 8 eggs. 2 nuts. Interesting. Okay, so this is clearly just a challenge. Whether or not we have all the ingredients probably doesn't matter. So, all items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. So it can be like so. Okay. Do we work on this right now, or do we explore a little bit more? I think we can do a little bit more exploring. First. Okay, what's this? The lock for the door is a scrapbook? Its pages are empty, though. I like to watch her work. It's normally very calming. But when she's making something explosive, it's really, really exciting. The other day, I noticed that she had forgotten her flash welder. I brought it over to her, saying that I wanted to help test out the grip strength of my new arm. She saw through my excuse, but she let me help anyway. I even made a few suggestions of my own, and guess what? Guess what? She ended up using every single idea! She said it was impressive how quickly I'd pick up on what her design needed. She smiled at me with such pride, but at the same time, there was this sad look in her eyes. I noticed she's sad a lot. I want to do something to change that. Cute. Okay. I see. There's only one picture here, so I'm probably going to have to look for the rest around here. More lore. Another puzzle up here, too. And a sewing machine. Makes sense. Evil geniuses can't exactly go shopping at JCPenney, so they have to make their own outfits. Alright, let's look for more lore real quick. You pick up a clipboard with a thick stack of charts and diagrams pinned to the front. Subject recuperation log is printed at the top in harsh black lettering. At the bottom of the page, you spot an acronym. YTDI. You flip through the log. The recuperation described here is difficult to read. Seizures, phantom pain, memory loss, and brain damage are all expected results, not side effects. Scrawled notes speculate that these symptoms would last for several years or decades, perhaps even permanently. Implanting cybernetics in individuals under 18 isn't illegal, but it is frowned upon. And from the logbook, a lot of children were implanted. Children well under the age of 18. There's nothing in here about informed consent or parental permissions. Evidently, parents weren't involved. Good God. So they were kidnapped and forcibly made into cyborgs. Is that what caution is? This might be another one of those "are we the bad guys" moment. You find an assortment of patterns, books, and materials for sewing. There's a little stack of half-finished items, a skirt and a blouse in conservative colors. Right next to it, a whole pile of hand-stitched garments in garish yellows, greens, and reds. Seems like someone handed their sewing books down to a more imaginative type. You're well aware that sewing isn't just a simple hobby. Many of STOP's associated security forces take up the practice when their first cybernetics are implanted. After such a big operation, fine needlework quickly rehabilitates hand-eye coordination. But you doubt they'd make such a large collection of fuzzy mittens. Okay. So we're cybernetically enhanced too. When you look at the bust in front of you, you recall a half-serious lesson on disguising yourself back when you were a trainee. From what you remember, this appears to be a mannequin for a wig. But Dr. Danger had a full head of hair. Did she need to disguise herself? Intel's always suggested that her mastery over tech kept her off any camera she cared about. But Caution, on the other hand, well, that hair might be fake. Okay, no more clues around here, so it's all just puzzles from here on out. At least I think so. Yep, looks that way. One last check upstairs, and then we get down into the nitty-gritty of this situation. Yep. Hello. Floor puzzle, oh no. Ouch! Seems like he stepped on a rogue sewing pin. What's a large unfinished sewing project doing all spread out on the floor? Looks like a quilt. Must have been too big for the little sewing desk. For some reason, you want to finish it. This quilt's unfinished, and you need to make it complete. Each tile has 3 traits: color, shape, and fill. In order to finish the intended pattern, each adjacent tile must share exactly 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tile. Below, construct the next motif you want to place by adjusting the color, shape, and fill with the arrows. I see. Okay, so I need to recognize patterns and solve each problem. That seems easy enough. What's the last puzzle real quick? I'll remember this. There were a few plushies sitting on the shelf. They're surprisingly soft. You investigate the cupboard below the plushies where... Whoa! An avalanche of plushies spills out, burying you in a soft, fuzzy pile. This will be a comfy way to go out, but you probably should put everything back. Ah, what a mess. You need to clean up all these toys by sorting them into sets. Set is made up of 4 unique toys. You can reach the toys by moving up, down, left, or right. You can't move diagonally. Plot your moves carefully. As these toys shift, they may get harder to reach. Oh no. Isn't this like Yoshi's Cookie, technically? Oh dear. Okay. You can reach the toys by moving up, down, left, or right. You can't move diagonally. Current match, huh? For unique toys. Oh. Oh. Okay. So it's a maze. No, it's not Yoshi's Cookie. It's a maze. And we have to figure out what's the most unique path to take. We can only move diagonal. I see. I see. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. You know what? This is a good starting point, I think. Let me go ahead. Double check my DMs. All right. Let me see here. So if we're starting from here. Wrong account. Hi, Tony. Hello, Dahlia. Yeah, I'm streaming at ungodly hours for the folks who have very long streaks, and I do apologize. I know, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sick. Well, if you've got the time, I'd love to see them, but right now, I am trying to figure this one out. Okay. So, spider. Technically, that works, but then... That's not unique, so I can't do that path. For sure. So that's that, and I'm stuck. Yes. So, starting from over here... Nope. Must be in a unique path. So I have to start from anyone that's adjacent. Oh, they collapse. I see. 2, 3, 4. That's brutal. We've done ourselves in. Unless... Word of advice to you guys. Don't save me if a hot villain takes me. I think I've mentioned this before, but while these may count as investigation mystery games, they are not my thing. Yeah, it's technically not my thing either, but I'm enjoying the lore aspect of this too much. Yeah, I've done myself in. Set the toys and pause to think. This task is a lot harder than you thought it would be. Maybe.
Hey, lab rat.
Having trouble organizing? I get it. I was horrible at putting my stuff away. A total mess every time. But whenever I got into a pickle, Dr. Danger always helped me out. Hey, remind me. Where is Danger right now? The sudden quietness in his voice makes you freeze. Right. Subject was transported to the automatic disposal unit via trapdoor, whereupon the automated disposal department did what it does best. We became sashimi. Contributing factors to death. Expected leniency where there was none to be found. Dead end. Get stuffed. Well, shit. Okay. Let me look through this real quick. Just in case I missed something. Okay. I probably just need to deal with all these. Okay. So it is time for the grand many deaths of Ricky T. Bones. Alright. Puzzle 1 again. Okay. Let me think about this. Now I know they collapse. So I have to avoid lumping all those slugs together. So maybe start with this. Then move myself out of the way. Nope. Am I trapped doing this again? Yes, I am. Wait, this is actually kind of okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Okay. No dice on that one. Wait, did I save? No, I did. Oop. There we go. That's the one I wanted to do. Interesting. So it put me on here. Okay. Be vigilant, Ricky. Let's try a different path. 2, 3, 4. That brings that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings that down, and yeah, we're boned. Because I can't reach there. Okay. Let's actually use our brains here. Figure out where everything's going to fall into place. So, let's see something here. 1, 2, 3, and cannot go that way. 1, 2, 3. That can work. But why would I want it to? That falls down, that falls down, that falls down, that falls down twice. What would line up with that? Mouse, okay. And then these two problematic individuals. Okay, let's experiment this way. So, now we have no way to go this way. We have to go down. We have to basically eat this cube, and I think we've done this before. We are out of moves? We are out of moves. Unless... 2, 3, 4. This might be the right way to go about it. Okay. Let's see what's in the chamber. A little bit of something. That's good. That's good. Nice lucky break for you there. Ah! I was 1 away. Okay. I was 1 away from getting it right. You guys think I would be a cool forensic scientist? I mean, can you name a forensic scientist that's not cool? Like, every forensic scientist I've seen in fiction has been pretty chill about what they do. Admittedly, it's not the most chill job to be a part of, but... it's up to you whether or not you want to be passionate about it. Allergies do suck. I don't think I have any, to be honest. But I'm not sure. I'm not a medical professional. Okay. Can only go one way. Gotcha. Hi, Flash. Welcome on in. Thanks for accommodating the weird timing here. Family's watching the NBA Finals tonight, so I cannot afford... Okay, cannot go that way. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. That felt like the right way to go, I'm not gonna lie. This is the wrong way to go, though. 2, 3. Cannot go this way. Cannot go that way. That cube must die. Yep. Slugs are only on this end. Can't go that way. Yeah, I know this is not the right way to go. Okay, I'm going to go up here. Going to skip. I'm going to get through the explanation. Then I'm going to save. And figure this one out. So, if I go up top, I cannot do that. Go up over to the left. That's one idea. I can't... Okay, that actually works. Now, how do we get this to be unique? This is effectively trapped off, so I need to, I think, shift this over. Nope. Good try, Ricky, though. Good try. I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 4 unique animals. This is a problem. This is a problem. I need to eliminate this as soon as possible. Going down, the only way I can move forward is like that. Or like this. This presents a problem in itself, but... No. 1, 2, 3, and that's where that path ends. 1, 2, 3, that's where that path ends. What is the way out of here, if there is any? 1, 2, 3, cannot go diagonal. It would have kicked me out if I had failed already. Hello, Aiden. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Sorry about the irregular time. It's a bit of a crunch today. Who's Dr. Danger, then? If you're so boldly proclaiming their name. It's Dr. Horrible. I mean... I wish I knew who that was. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I see. Does that screw me over? No, it does not. Yes, it does. Only if I don't play this right. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I didn't. Okay. That felt like it was on the right path, though. It was over to the left, right? Okay. Then we go this way. Nope, that screwed me over. I did that wrong. So take that way. Take that way, keep it connected. Is there any other way to go about it? Okay. Hold on. It is Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along. Yeah, surprisingly, that's not one I'm familiar with. It is rather confusing. 2, 3. That's going to block me out. No, I cannot do that. But then there's no worm over here. 1. No. I think this might not be the way. Nope, it's not the way. Okay, so left is not the option. Up. 2. Up. Is there an up? The point is to remove every single plushie. And I need to make 4 unique sets. I need to make unique sets, basically. All these plushies fall in assembly as I've removed tiles. I'm not thinking here. I'm not thinking enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So there are several ways, but these patterns change as we remove them. So let's try to the right then. 2, 3, 4. We've tried this one before. 2, 3. 3, 4. Let's try up. We may have done ourselves in. 3, 4. Wait. Ooh, wait. That's not gonna work. Or does it? 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yep, we've done ourselves in. Almost. Almost. Okay. So, let's think about this as we go along. So if we block that out, we move this set down, and the connecting ones are not enough. So we cannot go to the right. Up seemed okay, but it did not result in exactly what we wanted, and there's only one path forward. Left got us close. I saw the connections, but it did not work. But I'm gonna try it again anyway. 3, 4. Okay. Now, if we bring it all down, then it still has relevant connections. Then we bring this over, down. 1, 2. Is this done for? This might be done for. Yes, it is straight problematic because we have lost. Yep. That is not the way. Okay. Starting moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not work out. 1, 2. 1. So 1, 2, 3. Cannot work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not work. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1. Cannot go that way. So 2, 3, 4. That will bring down this. Okay. That will bring down too many rats. So I would have to shift this over, and this is going to do us in because it's leaving too much on the left side. See? Just like that. Okay. So. Cannot work. This left section is what's majorly destroying us. So we need to find some way to get enough pieces over to these two worms. So maybe... maybe we start from over here then. There we go. Then what? Okay, he's thinking. He's actually braining this time. He's braining. Okay, wait. Do this carefully, Ricky. You're on the border of destruction here. I see it. No! Hey, I had that! Oh, because I got crushed, that's why. Okay, so I got it now. Yeah, I cannot end up underneath any more plushies. Hi, B! Thank you for making it on such short notice. So sorry about this. 4. Okay. Did I screw this up? Potentially? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I did not. There we go. Got it! Huh. You solved the puzzle! One of the plushies rips open, revealing a photo inside. The back of the photo is black with words. She told me to explore the place. She said it was important that I adjust to my new environment, but she's been holed up in the lab. Yeah, hello, B. Congrats on keeping y'all's streaks. Whew. She told me to explore the place. She said it was important that I adjust to my new environment, but she's been holed up in the lab. I don't know why she's so stressed about my surgeries. She's the smartest person I know. And I grew up surrounded by brilliant scientists, so that's saying something. She says she's still concerned about making adjustments to my synthetic nerves. That she's worried that she'll put me through even more pain. But every time she's worked on my new limbs, I haven't felt a thing. Oh yeah, and I do have to say, to your face, thank you very much again for the throne gift. I have not got an ETA to you yet, but I will let you know when the TMNT cards have shipped. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the commander deck. I appreciate it. Well, what'd you discover today? Last time, I actually fell asleep. Oh, it's a care package to be. Very nice. Okay, that's 1 out of 4 we need to solve. The other one, the 4th one is going to require all the photos from this. I see. So let's go to this one. Ouch! Hey, yo, Sky! Welcome on in. How you doing today? We are puzzle solving as best we can. Seems like you stepped on a rogue sewing pin. What a large unfinished sewing project. What's a large unfinished sewing project doing all spread out on the floor? Looks like a quilt. You're mad. Oh, brother. Doing good. We actually just got one puzzle solved out of 4. So, chalk one victory up for the dead man. We are going to have to cut it off at 7, though, because we got an NBA game to watch tonight. Yeah, I think a manager of mine actually got caught doing that, and they got oh, extending dates on pre-made cold case salad. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, report that to your higher management, please, because I have been poisoned by expired greens before, and let me tell you, it's not a good experience. Yeah, very unhygienic. You don't mess with expiration dates. Looks like a quilt. It must have been too big for the little sewing desk. For some reason, you want to finish it. Alright, let's read the rules on this real quick and then get to solving. This quilt is unfinished and you need to make it complete. Each tile has 3 traits: color, shape, and fill. In order to finish the intended pattern, each adjacent tile must share exactly 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tile. So this one with the adjacent tile, I see. So this one must be red. Maybe either striped. Must share exactly 2 out of the 3 traits. 2. So must be red. Okay, and must have... and fill with the arrows. So must be striped or red. Oh god. Oh god. Shape and color. Fill. Okay. So this one here. Let's start with this one and just work our way through. It is an easy puzzle. We just have to look at the traits for each one. They are cozy, yeah. Okay. Banners were placed. Page is supposed to be kept a month after, so now we're missing. Have to heat and serve. Yeah, no. It is time to... Condiments never go bad. They just have extended lifetimes. Yeah, no, inform your manager, inform upper management if you think your manager is being skeezy about it. I'm pinning that because we love ourselves a typo. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate it. Sheesh. Yeah, no. Okay, so let me figure this one out. Needs to be red, spiral, and striped. Needs to be orange, caution, and striped. So 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tile. With the next tile. Each tile. These hexes? These hexes. Or these spots. Huh? Okay, this instructions are sketchy at best. Like it real good. Yeah. When you have your evidence, present it to your higher-ups ASAP, because that is customer engagement with the work you do. Okay. Each tile has 3 traits: color, shape, and fill. And these lines? Okay. So we're getting clues. Oh god, this is actually gonna be harder than I thought. Each tile has 3 traits. There's 1 blank space right here, and we're gonna have to figure out what it is. Below, construct the next motif you want to place by adjusting and filling with arrows. Exactly 2 of the 3 traits with the next tile. Color. It can be red, blue, and yellow. Shape can be coil, caution, fire, and cross. Fill can be solid, blank, stripe, and striped. Okay, there was only 3 of each. Now, wouldn't that be nice? You could be transported off to another world during a thunderstorm. Okay. I don't get this one, man. I don't get this one. Each tiles. These are tiles. And then these are spaces. So yellow. There were several placed in. These are striped. So I'm inferring that this tile must have 2 out of 3 traits. So am I guessing what each tile has? I think I see what it is. We'll take the break. I'm going to be working on this puzzle for a while, so y'all can enjoy, quote-unquote, enjoy the ads while I try to figure the instructions on this one out. Okay. So by my guess, I think they mean the spaces here, in between each space. Bye-bye, Big Jumbussy. Keep your eyes on the road. Yeah, I should probably add Dolly as a mod too at some point. Okay, so coil, stripe, red. Red, fill, caution. So it must be red, caution, stripe. Let's say that. Red, stripe, red, caution. So let's go with that. Oop, okay. Now this is stripe, caution, yellow, stripe, swirl, red. Stripe. Stripe is the only thing here. Stripe. Okay. So caution stripe. Yeah, caution stripe. And then caution stripe, caution solid, red, orange. So it's going to need to be fill and color. Caution stripe, orange, caution fill, orange, caution fill, red. So keep moving down. We're gonna keep moving down this spot. So fire, so solid, orange, fire. Solid. Solid is the only thing linking these two. That might not be correct then. So instead... So solid, fire, red. Solid, orange, caution. I could do... Solid, orange, fire? Yeah, solid, orange, fire. I could do that. Solid, orange, fire. Solid, stripe, stripe, fire, orange. Okay, let's move down somewhere we know exists. So, stripe, caution. Stripe, caution, orange. Stripe, caution, fire. Stripe, caution, fire. So I can just make it any shape I want it to be. Stripe, caution. Only 2 out of 3, yeah. Stripe, caution, swirl if I want to. Stripe, orange, swirl. They cannot be clones. Okay, I get it now. They cannot be clones. They must be unique. Okay, this is actually making sense now. Okay, let me see if I can make this, if I can work this. Nope. Oh wait, I can. That should work for Dahlia now. Okay, now I get this puzzle. I see, it must be exactly 2 out of 3. Oh, killer de-diller. This actually is fun. This is actually fun. Okay, so yeah, we just have to make 2 out of 3. Only 2 out of 3. I will explain this to the Twitch ad audience when we get there. Okay, cool. Okay, Twitch folks. I figured out the puzzle, what the puzzle wants us to do. In order to finish this quilt, we must create symbols. We must create symbols that are unique, only having 2 out of the 3 traits with the next option. Only 2 out of 3, so they must be unique. So, like for example, this one here must only have 2 out of the 3 unique qualities. So, it's red, stripe, caution. Then it's red, stripe, solid. Then it's swirl, stripe, solid. Only red and stripe are working between these two. Only red and stripe are working between these two. And then stripe, caution, orange. Stripe, caution, red. Do you see the pattern here? They just have to be different. They have to be different patterns in one aspect. At least one. And so we're slowly building our way through this, figuring out what exactly needs to go where. It doesn't matter how the whole grand scheme of things looks. But we need to have unique chain options in this chain. Each one is going to require us to do something different. So, red, stripe, swirl, stripe, orange. Fine. Swirl is caution, stripe, orange. There we go. So, caution, stripe, solid. Caution, solid. Caution, orange, solid. So it needs to be... Is it cross then? That's only one, so it needs to be cross stripe orange, I believe. Fire or yeah. So then we don't know what's here, we don't know what's here. We do know what's here. So let's say it is fire. Okay. No. I might be mistaken about this, but I hope I'm not. So I'm not gonna do this one here because we're still in a bunch of random areas. So let's move on through the ones we know that work. So solid orange caution. And then that links up there. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the connections here. So blank fire blue. Solid fire red. So then we do blank fire red, yes. So blank fire red. We must have each adjacent tile, each of these adjacent, we must pull 2 out of these 3 traits. Only 2. So these 2 adjacent ones dictate what exactly goes in these spots. So it must be fire or red and filled. It must be one of these three traits, one of these 3 traits. So it's got to be fire, empty. So fire, fire, empty, solid, but red. So that should connect nicely. Caution, fill, caution, fill. Red and orange. So it cannot be the color. It must be caution, fill. But then it's, oh my god, it's got to be 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tile. 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tile. What if there's 3 though? Is it descending? So then it must be fire? No, it can't be fill, could it? Fire, fill, red? Duplicate it? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, no. Am I doing this wrong? Fire, fill, red. Caution, fill, red. Okay, hold on. Orange, fill, caution. Fire, fill, red. Fire, fill, solid. That technically works, so then this must be... undecided. Okay, what about these 2? Each adjacent tile must share exactly 2 out of 3 traits with the next tile. So that with the nearby tiles, I guess. So let's figure this one out real quick. This requires swirl. Swirl is the main component here. Orange or red cannot be either. And solid. Or clear. So what if we did blue, swirl? No, it must be... okay. Orange. Okay, so it cannot be orange. Must be a swirl. Must be filled. I think that works, yeah. So, it is red. It is a swirl, but it's filled. Yes, that should work. Welcome back, Big Jambose. Okay, so this one. Swirl, red. Could be red, because it links both of them. Shape. Could be caution, could be solid. Swirl, okay. Must be a swirl. Must be solid red. I think that works. So solid red, yeah, it should work. So, swirl, okay. Solid red, caution. Swirl, solid. Solid is the option here. Could be a cross or fire, but it's missing one trait. Cannot be solid. It cannot be a swirl because there's two. Unless it's a red swirl. Red solid. Okay, yeah. Red solid swirl. That's too many, isn't it? I feel like that's too many. There's no way. Unless I'm not mistaken. Red solid. Solid. Yeah, orange. Swirl. Yes, no, that's correct. But what about this one? Let's look at this real quick. Solid, red, swirl. Swirl, blank, swirl. Red, blank, swirl. I guess that's correct. I can't see... Sorry, my brain is going into overdrive trying to figure this pattern out. Okay. So then this must be... Swirl, red, fill. If that's correct, so it's gonna be blue, blank. No, then it's going to be blue, fill, swirl. No, shape then fire, solid. That's too many. Okay. So, okay, we need to figure this one out first. This one up here. So, if it has 3 requirements, it's not impossible. That's good to know, though. That's good to know. Okay. So, moving on up here, real quick. It has to be solid... Solid yellow, solid orange, or caution. And then it leads into blank fire. Yeah, we just need to find this. I'm glad. Glad it could be some nice background. Okay. Caution, orange, solid. So let's say, has to be solid, has to be yellow. Fill. So this has to be caution. It has to be swirl, blue, and filled. What if there's a trope of mastermind, genius, criminal / detective who's stuck on one thing? You're looking at it right now. Okay. I can only imagine, yeah. Okay. And then for this one, it would have to be a different symbol. Empty, that's too many. That cannot work. Okay. Based on all 3 of these then, has to be blank, blue, fire. What's my other trifecta? Was it a different thing entirely? Not quite, no. What if the Riddler is... So, when I second them, so what if he tried to help me? Riddle me this, Batman. What is black and blue and red all over? Could you repeat the question? Yeah. You've never asked me to do that? Okay. What is black and blue and red all over? Can I get a hint? No. No, that's not how this works, Batman. You already know this. Alright, give me like an hour. What? An hour? Batman, the bomb's only got 5 minutes. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm doing some math here. It's not math. It's a simple riddle, Batman. Okay, maybe I should just kick this bomb into the water. How'd that work out for you? It's black and blue and red all over. It's me, Batman, after you assault me every time. Hold on, still doing math. That's what immediately came to mind when you said that. I've heard someone say to the Riddler, no English. Okay. Back to the grand strategy meeting. So. Yellow swirl, red swirl. So maybe what's the problem is that one of these is not working in conjunction. So, let me think about this. Blue flame, ghostly. So, let's create one based on this. So it must be blue, must be empty. So red, caution, swirl. Maybe instead it's red, it's orange, fire fill. And then this must be red. Fire fill? No. The easiest thing you do, obviously, since... Yeah, that really doesn't know Spanish, and neither do you. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, there is a good chance that swirls are not on the menu. Swirl solid. Yeah, so that makes sense. So swirl solid. Let's do these two again real quick just to make sure. Swirl red blank. Swirl orange solid. Swirl red solid. Has to be that way. So, and this one, caution. Okay, erase it real quick. What do these two link up to? Swirl, blank, blue? Must be red and solid. Must be red, solid, or swirl. Must be blue, blank, and flame. Red, solid, flame. No. Blue, solid, swirl. Blue, flame, blank. Okay, no. Blue, red. Ooh, boy. No. Hell no. God. Your time, Dahlia. That would be my answer. Your time. Something that's yours, but everyone else uses more than you? I don't know. I've got too many puzzles on my brain as it is. Okay. Your name. Oh my god. That is clever. That is clever. Give me 1 sec. Forgot to do something. There we go. Okay, back in it. Oh yeah, I learned how to growl today. It's... I won't do it. I won't do it for my own... I won't do it for my own pride, but maybe in a if I ever do D&D in the future, that's a good asset to have. You're good. You're good. It's Twitch. Not many rules against it. Okay. Blue blank. Blue blank. So it's gotta be blue blank. And a swirl. Blue blank swirl. Blue swirl. No. It's gotta be red then. Red's... No, then it doesn't match. So I think the problem is that I put these... I think it needs to be... Cannot be the same. Red, blank, swirl. Orange, solid. No, it cannot be that either. So I need to redecide what this one is. Okay. Blank, swirl, red. Swirl, orange, solid. Orange. Cannot be the color then. So it has to be a swirl, because it'll share with both. Cannot be... Okay, what if it's orange instead? So that's what it would have to be. That's a fine question. I don't know. I mean, Mysterio seems like he has a decent panache for the entertaining. Okay, so blank. Blank is the new problem. So what if... I made it this. So it has to be a swirl now. Fill. Swirl, blank, blue. Blank, flame, blue. Solid, swirl, orange. Nope, cannot be that either. Okay, erase that. Figure out what goes here. Figure out what goes here. God, this is taking exactly as much time as I thought it was going to. Which is too much time. Now I understand why B had such a problem here. Okay. Solid, caution, orange. Solid, swirl, orange. No, it cannot be orange. Okay. Fire, fire, fire. Okay, this is a hard set one. Fire, blue, blank. Fire, stripe, blank. Fire, orange, blank. Swirl, orange, blank. Swirl, orange, fire, fill? Fire, fill, orange. Fire, blank, orange. Swirl, blank, orange. Well, you're in good company because I think a lot of people here are theater kids. from what I reckon. Except me. I'm just a weirdo who reads scripts. Okay, I think this is correct, actually. Hello, people who are probably in Seussical. I cannot confirm nor deny about that. Okay, so swirl blank orange, fire blank orange, fire fill orange, fire blue. Okay, this actually looks good. This actually looks correct. Swirl solid, solid red, solid swirl. Okay, yeah. Ugh. Notif for me. Oh. Gosh darn it. Y'all might hear something. How friggin' god. Okay, we may have a raid target later. Assuming he goes along. It's Senecal's affiliate anniversary. And I'm not available to say something. Nice. Oh boy, stay safe, Tony. Right, back to this nightmare situation. We have two here. Swirl stripe blue. Stripe blue? Is this the pattern here? Stripe blue, solid, swirl, yeah. Swirl, stripe, swirl blue, stripe blue. Yeah, that's the pattern there. Then this has to be stripe solid. So solid orange. Solid orange, okay. Swirl solid orange. No, swirl stripe. Okay. Fire orange. Fire orange. It is fire orange blank. So fire blank. Swirl or blank orange. Yes, okay, that one is good. That one is good. So what is this one then? Swirl. So stripe blue. Swirl blue. Swirl. Ooh. Yeah, and you think I've played Sudoku before? Remarkably, I have not. Okay. That's the idea, man. Okay. So must be blue, swirl, blue swirl, stripe blue, which means this needs to be solid orange. Must be a swirl. Orange. No, it needs to be caution blue. No, that's too different. Caution yellow? Caution yellow stripe? Okay, so yellow stripe. That's caution solid orange. Stripe swirl. Okay, so it needs to be filled. Stripe swirl, so it needs to be blue instead. Swirl, blue, caution, fill, orange, blue, fill, swirl, no. Gamma Jack, no, that's not a name I'm familiar with. Blue, swirl, fill. Is it supposed to be yellow then? No, because then it pulls away. Okay. There's one up here that'll help decide this. So I'm going to go ahead and erase it. So this and this. Let's figure out these two. Shall we go over here? Nope, keep working your way down towards the center mix. So, orange, swirl, and then blue, swirl. Okay, yeah, let's figure this one out here. So, orange, swirl, blue, swirl, solid? That's actually not a bad idea. It's a start. Caution. I can't just put swirls everywhere. I can't. That can't be my number one decision. You're backseating. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see. Remember, the skip button is there if I really can't figure it out. Okay, so orange. It can't be this. Okay, so solid swirl. Okay, we know that's correct. So solid swirl must be a different color, or it could be a different pattern. Solid orange, caution. Blue swirl, stripe. So maybe no, that can't be it. So maybe this is wrong. Okay. Work your way back, Ricky. There's got to be something wrong with this one. If there isn't, then you need to double check it and make sure. Swirl solid blue. Fire stripe blue. The consistent thing is blue. Stripe. Blue stripe. Swirl. Has to be this. Has to be this then. So must be blue, must be a swirl, must be striped. So maybe it's this. But then what is this here? Caution, solid, orange. Caution, solid, blue. Blue must have 2 out of the 3 traits with the next tiles. Okay, work your way from the caution symbol. What would have to go here? It would have to be caution. Oh, why is these 3 giving me so much trouble? Okay. Just work on one at a time and then adjust accordingly. Swirl, solid, orange. Must be orange, solid, or swirl. Must be orange, solid, and or swirl. So maybe start with this. Orange, swirl, solid. This must be blue. maybe it's fire instead. Fire, solid, blue. That would mean that this fire, solid, red. Then this orange, solid, X. That's probably not correct. Because that is 3 solids in a row. But let's see here. It can't be then. Okay, so caution, fire. So fire. Must be swirl, solid, or orange. Okay. Okay. So, solid fire orange? Yeah, that makes sense. So then that doesn't make any sense. But I have done it over here before. It's one of the things it cannot be. It dictates what it can't be. I'm thinking of it too much. Things it cannot be. So if it can't be this, and it can't be this. No, wait, no, it can't. It can be. Sorry. My brain is going everywhere, and I cannot explain exactly what's happening inside of it, but rest assured, I think it's good. I think. So let's change the color. Okay, let's figure this. Let's say this is done, and then the closer we get to this center, we can figure out more problems. These two. Solid, okay. It might have to be blue. No, it cannot be that. Must be stripes then. Orange, fill, fire. Striped, fire. So it must be fire. Color. Must be yellow. Fill, blank. Let's go with that, because it must have 2 out of the 3. So fire orange is our thing there. So then, caution solid. Okay, let's do this then. Okay, caution, yellow. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this because that's not my intention. Caution. Okay, so it must have, could have that. Yeah, there are only 3 symbols, so it has to be an X. Okay, so caution, solid, yellow. Caution, solid, orange, I should say. Then I can only make it red or blue. By that logic, it must be yellow fire. The intended pattern. Okay, so it is orange and fire. Orange solid does not have red or caution in it. must be blank. Orange fire. Okay, cannot be either of those then. There's not enough consistencies here. Stripe solid. Solid, blank, orange, fire. It could be a different symbol instead. Or couldn't it? No, it could not. Okay, let me fix that real quick. I have no idea if I'm getting closer or farther away, B, and I don't know if I can take that reaction as good. Okay, caution. You just don't want to be on shift. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, can be either solid. Okay, it has to be something different from here. Could be blank. Blank orange. Okay, yes. Okay, this works. There's at least one wrong one. Grand. I'll figure it out as time goes on then. What the hell? Intriguing. I don't know what the hell's going on over on their stream right now, but it must be amazing. Blank, caution symbol, orange. That can't be right then. So it must be shape. Okay, let's do that. So it's fire orange, which means it's going to be fire stripe. Let's say that. Yeah, I did. But if I get it wrong, then we have to redo this entire pattern. Callie's talking like, as Bori sounds like she's about to cry. But Bori's talking with Callie's voice, sounds shy as hell. The frig? They swap models? Oh, good grief. Okay, so I know so what I'm gonna do is, so we don't have to redo everything on this list, we will save it before we submit it, and then I can make minor changes. They have a voice changer where this voice is scanned. Oh my. Oh dear. That's a choice. Crazy. Crazy technology. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase this because I think that's not correct. Yeah, exactly. It's a voice learning changer. Weird. Okay, so swirl, solid orange must be solid, must be orange. Can be a different shape. This one here. Fire blue. Blank. Can be a different shape. Maybe it's a swirl. Yeah, I know, yeah. It is. Voice changes like that are associated with AI. It's very popular among Twitch users though, because like people love the Radine TTS for Leon and such. And what was it, Snake? But the voice actors themselves, of course, are not big fans of it, so I'm probably never going to use that. Okay, so let's say it's blank swivel, swirl. No, it can't be that. It's gotta be... Okay, this might be wrong then. Let's get rid of those. Okay. Could be fire stripe, blue stripe, orange stripe. Exactly, yeah. It's voluntary. Like, I think, what Piper used to have back in her old life as somebody else, she had an AI that was answering questions for her via redeems. That was okay for the most part. I know now she has like a different voice bot that I think she got a friend to help with. Okay. Yellow solid. Blue solid, yeah, so that has to make sense. Blue solid. Blue solid. Blue fire. Blue fire. Yep, that's correct. That's correct. That has to be correct. So, yellow fire. Yellow solid. Yellow fire. Yep, that's correct. Yellow fire. Yellow solid. Fire. That's incorrect. Wait. Solid fire. Solid fire. Yellow solid. Solid yellow fire. Okay, yeah, that has to be correct. So then, swirl solid. Fire solid. Must be yellow and solid. So it could be caution or cross. But it must be solid. Starting to see a pattern here, and I'm not sure if I feel good about that. Okay, let's come back over here. Yellow fire, yellow fire, yellow fire. Not retaining the pattern. Oh, okay, hold on. I see this one. Okay, so that one I think is correct. Yellow stripe. Yellow caution. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so... this being as it is, I think that's correct. So that means it's gotta be... so that's blue fire blank. Caution solid. So that can't be right. Oh, I wasn't looking up. Hold on, let me see what this is. So, solid yellow, solid yellow. Must be a different shape. So it could be blank yellow, which means, but black. All right, I'll take your teeny hint. Why not? I could be doing this completely wrong and I wouldn't know it. And we're running out of time. This is a ridiculous puzzle, though. I like it. I just don't have a lot of time to think about it, though. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, let's say the chain here is fire. Okay, so solid orange, solid red fire, solid red fire. Did I make a mistake here? I might have made a mistake here. Hold on. That would influence... No, that would not. That could not. It could be a mistake, though. Solid, caution. Solid, caution. So the only link here is solid caution, which means it has to be blue, which makes this blue fire instead of red fire. Solid. No, wait, hold on. Red, solid, fire. Red, blue, solid, red, fire. Blue, fire, solid. Okay, yes, that is correct. Which makes this blue blank. Which makes this... What exactly? Okay, keep working on this side. Yeah, my cats aren't happy with storms either. One of them actually goes and hides under tables the second it comes around. Poor kitty must have been a bomb shelter survivor back in the day. Okay. Alright. Good grief, my brain is hurting. Is hurting pretty bad. Alright. These are correct. So then... Solid. Must be solid and orange. But it cannot be the same shape as either of these two. So it must be either cross or caution. Which doesn't make sense here, so it might be... So in that case, it must be blue blank. No, the symbol cannot be it. The fill? No. Okay. Maybe then it must be blank fill. Blue fire blank. Orange caution blank. Orange caution fill. So no, it has to be orange caution fill blue. No, because then it's blank. God damn it. Okay. My brain is not braining. Okay, working off of this. It must be blank blue fire. And this has... It might be incorrect. Okay. So this must be... Fire, 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 fire. Okay. Fill blue. Blue fire. Fill blue fire. Okay. So this is caution and a fill. So they're both fill. One is blue and fire. The other is caution. So it cannot be the symbol. It must be the fact that it's... Wait, no. Blue fill. Yes, so it has to be this. I know that for certain. It Has to be this. I know that for certain. So fill has to be in this. Must be fire. It must be yellow. So it has to be that. It has to be this. He's thinking with his noggin now. Fire solid. Yellow solid. Yellow solid. Yellow solid. So it must be solid, must be yellow. Maybe. But then again, maybe not. Maybe it has to be this. Swirl solid. Nope. Has to be fire. Swirl. Okay. So it must be solid yellow. Solid yellow. And then this here. This is the problem. It is blank fire. Yeah, my brain is going psycho. Okay, let's work our way to here because I don't have enough clues. Blue, blank, fire. Solid. Solid yellow. It cannot be fire. But this is fire. So it's got to be something blank then. Blue and blank. But that doesn't line up. Blue blank. Caution yellow. Fill fire. No. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna work on this one later. Okay, so this one. God, this one sucks. This one sucks. Because I don't know what goes there. Damn. I wish I had better commentary than other than cursing and epithets and absolutely burning all of my brain cells. I think I'm gonna come back to this one. No, I shouldn't. I'm on the trail. I'm on the trail. I've gotta stay here. But I gotta figure out exactly where I'm going with this. Okay, so let's say this is wrong. Fire, blue, solid. Caution, orange, solid. Let's say it's caution, blue, solid. Down here. Solid, caution, blue, fill. Then in that case, what goes here? Blue squiggle fill? So this actually makes sense, because it needs to be blue fill and orange caution. And caution fill. So that's another option right there. Fill is the main thing here. Maybe then fill. Okay, fill has to be there. Cannot be the colors. Cannot be the shapes either. trying, y'all. I'm trying. Enjoy the ad break while I figure this one out. Okay. Phil. Phil Nye, the science guy. Swirl. Phil. Blue. So Phil. Yellow caution? Phil caution. Yellow fill. Alternatively, squiggle blue. So, fill blue. Okay, wait, this actually kind of works. Blank blue. I think that's it. I hope that's it. Okay. We supposedly have all the necessary pieces to finish this one out. We just need to figure out, we need to start experimenting here. Going to go ahead and save just in case I accidentally muck something up. So, start from over here. We've only got one clue per this hex. So we need to experiment and see what ends up working. Don't be afraid, Ricky. Don't be afraid. You've learned all your life that experimentation is the only way to succeed. You will try and fail, but you will learn from every mistake you make. Okay. The last hex is terrifying, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So, could be caution, fill, or yellow. There's gonna be a blue swirl here. I used no crosses this entire time, which is concerning. Which means I probably need to relook through some of these and be a little more frugal. You do need to use crosses. Nice. Yeah, okay. Then I've already screwed up thus far. Okay. I'm just going to start experimenting then. Fire. I know what you mean, B. Don't worry about it. Welcome back, folks, from the ads. Just contemplating my doom here. It's okay, B. Relax. I know you and I aren't those kinds of people. Okay. The world may never know. The one may never know. I'm gonna say this has to be okay. So let's extrapolate from the external factors here. This has to be fire, and this has to be fire. So maybe fire blank. And then this has to be fire solid blank. Then how does this become this? Continue working, make adjustments. Squiggle. Or blank. I mean, you do need to look through what you have. Yes, I do. I do. I can give you a piece of information that might help. It's probably to do with the unclear instructions or my lack of understanding of the instructions, so go right ahead. Okay. Fire red solid. So it may be fire blue solid. It could be a different shape. Mostly just color placement. The 6 in dead center on the bottom are all blue? By that logic... I see. I hope the dev doesn't get mad at you for that one. Stripe fire. So this must be full. That's got to be that. That leaves questions. I will formally apologize if they get mad. You're good. So that leaves these two left. Gotta be fire. They're all blue. No. Okay. Must be blank blue. Blank blue fire, solid fill. Okay. Solid fill, caution. Solid fill, that. Solid fill. Solid fill fire? Okay. I feel like this is wrong. But let me have one last look. Squiggles, swirl, stripe, red into... It is wrong. Okay, grand. Where did I mess up? I'm gonna have one look. Must be solid. Solid. Okay. So, over here is good. I know that for certain. This one. Solid, swirl. Okay. Red solid. Red solid. Stripe. Swirl, red. Swirl, red. Yes, that has to be correct. Okay. Swirl, orange. Swirl, orange. Swirl, red, blank. Swirl, blank. That's correct. So this hex is okay. Swirl, stripe. Fine. Swirl, solid, caution. Red, caution. Red, stripe. Red stripe. That's fine. Red stripe. Caution, stripe. Caution. Caution, stripe. Caution, stripe. Okay. And swirl, stripe. Red stripe. Okay, that is correct. Now the misnomers here. Solid, caution. Stripe, orange, caution. That's correct. Stripe, swirl. Stripe, caution. Orange stripe. Fire, stripe. Orange stripe. Okay. So then, orange stripe. Orange caution. Fire, fill. Orange fill. Why did I make these like so? Okay. Red, fill fire. Orange fill. Orange stripe. Orange fire. That stays. That's correct. So stripe fire. Why stripe fire? Because this is yellow fire. I have not used a single cross, and that concerns me. But that may not make sense in the first place, because there is no crosses here. Orange fill. Blank orange. So orange fire are the connection here. So this section, I believe, is correct. Don't remember using any crosses. Good. Okay. So this whole section, I believe, is correct. Fire stripe. Orange fire. Fill orange. Fire. Alright, B. Fine, fact check me. Is this column correct? Am I missing something here? Am I putting too much fire or something? I think this side is correct, so I'm gonna go through this side again real quick. I know this hex is correct. There's something obvious I'm missing, B. I think it's the center row that I fucked up the most. I think it's... second column from the left is wrong? Fill fire. Orange that. Could be a stripe instead. 5. Motto? You win. The detective has to use the skip button. I'm not... If I've gotten 5 of those wrong, I don't understand the instructions enough. Will y'all let me mulligan this, or shall I take another 4 hours? Because this one doesn't make any sense to me. Too many fires, yeah, I kind of guessed. So then this one has to be... I don't know, that. Okay, folks. If you're smarter than a 5th grader, you've probably gotten this one solved. Me, I never went to school. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this glorious skip button and move on to a different puzzle that's going to take the rest of us out. That's going to take the question out of this one. If y'all feel like solving it at home, you can download the game yourself, play it yourself. You just changed one of the fires I needed. Then that makes this... Okay. Yeah, no. Figure it out yourself, folks. I'm gonna have to take the mulligan on this for the sake of broadcast length. If I had all the time in the world, I would work on this, but this is so confusing to me. Sorry. You notice that you can now lift up the quilt. There is a photo underneath it. Something is written on the back. There was all this heat and smoke and energy. There was all... And there were alarms blaring and people shouting. That's what she told me, but I barely remember any of it. Here's what I did remember. When we stopped running, she seemed more tired than I was. She did carry me the entire time, but she didn't seem any weaker than before. Her hold on my body didn't loosen. She was just looking at what was left of my shoulder. I was hurting like you wouldn't believe, but I don't think I cared, because that day, I got to see the sky again. Huh. Okay. I'm going to make a separate save to retain our shame and do this last puzzle. Hopefully. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. With everything in its place, I'm going to guess that's what that means. Drag items onto the board to arrange them. Look at the ingredients list to figure out how many of each item should be laid out on the counter. So, 5, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I see. So it's 1 egg plus 7, 1 strawberry plus 6, 5 bacons plus 4, 1 bacon plus 4. Oh, so, okay, I get this now. Okay, I get this now. This is 2 nuts. And they must start from their original spot. You cannot move them. I see. I see. They must be... Items of different types should not touch directly, but can touch diagonally. Should be directly and adjacent to each other, so they must be... Yeah, they must be touching adjacent. So they can be in a full row like this, if I really want them to be. But they are stationed right here. And this is their origin point. They must touch adjacently. They cannot just touch diagonally. Should be directly adjacent to each other. So it's another, yeah, it's another one of these. Grand. 2, 1, 0, that's fine. So then this must be over here. 2, 1, oops. 0, 8. That'll take that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strawberries. 4, 5 cups of flour, that's correct. 5 strips of bacon, that's correct. 6 snappers. Let me see. Two, 1, 6 snappers. 6 sticks of butter. Yes, Ryan, we are. We were mighty stuck, and we had to use the skip button for the first time. Okay. Right now, we are assembling everything onto the table. We must do this. They cannot be touching. They cannot be touching. So they gotta be like that. Must be adjacent. Cannot be touching. But they can be touching diagonally. So, all items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. Items of different types should not touch directly, but can touch diagonally. That is the key thing here. They cannot touch. They cannot touch. So that's fine. Cannot touch. Cannot touch. Okay, now this is starting to get a pain in the ass. Okay. So the nut off obviously goes there. The milk will have to go there. The butter will have to go there. Cannot go there. Cannot go there. So same tiles have to touch horizontally or vertically. Different tiles touch diagonally. That's the idea, I believe. Yes. 3 cartons of milk. Yes, so that's complete. We're missing a pat of butter. There. Nope. Like so? Maybe. Then the eggs. I believe the eggs go down this way. We should eliminate the ones that have the most first. Cannot touch. Cannot touch. So maybe it goes there. Snappers are done. So then this must go. That can't work either. I'm gonna go ahead and put the butter back. I believe so, yeah, because we cannot move the source tiles. And how the fuck does strawberries work? Okay, let's leave the eggs for last. I have a feeling... Yeah, that's the only way they can go. This is exactly the only way they can go. Because they... Wait. They must be touching. But they do not have to be touching from the origin point. They just must be perpendicular. Wait. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. So yes, that is correct. I cannot do diagonally. Grand. Directly adjacent to each other. Great. Awesome. There is one way to do this, and I'm not sure how. Okay, so that's fine. The eggs block. So they must be like so. And then that's directly perpendicular. And the eggs cannot reach that, which means I'm seeing something wrong here. Maybe then... Yes, that's the limit. So the milk must not be able to go over there, not over there, not over there. That's not the place where those blueberries are supposed to go then. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. Should be directly adjacent to each other. Good grief. Good grief. Good golly, Miss Molly. This one has hands. This one has hands. Because the hard limit is set just by doing that. They do. They really do. Should be directly adjacent to each other. Okay. I'm going to go off the suspicion that we are allowed to group them so that they're at least touching at least one of their own adjacent. Because there's no way this could work otherwise. Yeah, exactly. If we fail, then we learn. If we don't learn, then we're doomed. I don't think it means adjutant to origin. Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah, hopefully. Adjacent, by the way. Not adjutant, adjacent. So then how the frig do we get all these strawberries out? Okay, let's reset with that knowledge in mind. Let's push them there. They didn't say that they can't be diagonal, but adjacent, I believe, is not diagonal. Nut goes there. That's milk, I think. I think that's flour. I can only hope, man. Maybe it goes there instead. So now I cannot move anything over here, over here, over here. This is boxed in. Shiitake mushrooms. Can't touch the nut. Try that, because that's diagonal. Those are safe. And we also got the snappers to worry about. So that. That's safe. Then we're missing one space. So there. Now we just need to worry about blueberries. So that's safe. That is not safe. That is not safe. That is not safe. That is not safe. That is. Okay. So, problem therein lies with okay. The butter? No, the butter cannot move. Yeah, it's nice to have that as an occupation. I wish I had that as an occupation. I think I used to have that as an occupation now that I think about it. Let's say that's where the nut's supposed to go. That's still not helpful. 9 blueberries. We need 2 more spaces. And the eggs are being a problem. Cannot put the bacon over there. Sugar is where it now needs to be. Butter is taken care of. The blueberries are our last problem. Okay, I think I fixed this one. No? Yes, that's one additional space found. Now we need to find one more. Cannot move that, cannot move that. I wish I could move this milk carton, that might help. Butter's in the way there. Strawberries need the space. There is one space I need, and I know it's somewhere. It's obvious to somebody else who's not in the hot seat right now. At least that's what I'm getting from Tony's backseating. I'm kidding. Butter, fish, and flour a bit. Butter? Let me think. Okay. So, towards the fish. Reset flour and figure something out. Well, the thing is that the strawberry already stops this here. The only other place would be around here, but the butter is already being a problem there. Butter gets stopped by the flour. Now we need to figure out some way to get the butter over here. But the fish blocks it there. Fish blocks it there. Bacon blocks it there. Strawberries block it there. So, where to, Chief? Where to? The milk carton can't be there, actually, now I think about it. It can't be there. Oh, this just got more complicated. So, obviously, milk cannot be... Okay, so starting with the milk cannot be here. Milk could be here. But it's not diagonal to its own kin. So it cannot be there. It must be here. Then that must be there. However, the nut is now touching eggs. Only the place it could be is here. So it's diagonal from the butter. So it must be like that. Yeah, that's basically what I did. Okay. Let's remove the blueberry. That is the furthest we can get right now, however. It must be somewhere along this angle then. So we need to move an egg. Maybe? Maybe. This has been Thoughts About Mundane Ingredients with your host, Ricky D. Bones. At least I feel like I'm on the cusp of solving this one. The other one, I felt like I was totally lost. Okay. We need one room for a berry. I don't know, honestly. I think it's just like if you've got access to something, because you can't overdraw. On the top row? Cool, then these two strawberries are null and void. Forrest solved all of this in a day. So it's all doable. But maybe my pea brain ain't good enough for this. What have I gotten myself into, guys? What have I gotten myself into? Okay. Do I hit the reset button? No. Snappers. How could I do the snappers? Adjacent to the strawberries now. Okay, the butter situation got somewhat resolved, which is nice. Yeah, the bacon can now move. This does not mean that I can still move with the eggs being there. And see, like that, sure, it helps. But that does not help the blueberry situation, with the eggs still there. Strawberry's not going anywhere. Butter's not going anywhere. The milk is now in the way. Officially in the way. I need to give as much space as I can to the blueberries then. So... Nope, can't put that there. Can't put that there. It's gotta be adjacent. Can't put that there. Can't put that there. It's gotta be that way. Okay. It's gotta be that way. Where the fuck does the boat go? Maybe it goes up here then? Because doing it like that... Okay, that fits. That fucking fits. Okay. But then I can't put that blueberry down there. So I'm now, once again, left with an issue. Let me see. So the milk is here directly. It cannot be there. We have an ingredients. We have ingredients. See? Does nothing. It just resets it. See? We need 2 nuts. There is no unnecessary items on the board at the moment. Okay. How do we make this work? Okay. First off, illegal moves there and there and there. Strawberries can only move. Strawberries are right there blocking it. Butter is blocking it too. Eggs are blocking it. Milk is blocking it. Strawberries are in the way. Bacon is done for. Snappers are best as they can be. Butter is currently conflicting with them. Cannot do the milk there, but it has to be there, okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bacon is done for. Repeat, bacon is done for. Now the butter problem. Okay. There, butter solved. Blueberry. Blueberry cannot go there. Blueberry cannot go there. Blueberry cannot go there. Thank you, Ryan. This is making me hungry too, not gonna lie. Just your eggs. Let me see. How, Tony? How? Doing that and that. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Cannot touch strawberries. Stay strong, B. Shift's almost over. Okay. So I think snappers, bacon, strawberries, and flour are locked down. Butter is probably as good as it can be. Blueberries are still the bane of my existence. Always have been, apparently. So that works. That does not. That works. That works. That works. That works. That works. And we're missing one. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. We are missing one space. Where do we need the open spot? It will touch the milk. It's... Hey, hoy. Indeed it do. Okay. That blueberry is not going to work because it's near nobody. Should be directly adjacent to each other. Directly adjacent. I'm gonna thesaurus you for a second here, game. Define adjacent for me. DuckDuckGo. Lying near, next to, adjoining. Lying close, contingency. Neighboring, bordering on. Adjacent lots, property to ours, cities, neighborhoods. Okay. Folks, we're going to do a submission based on the fact that I have no more legal moves. And we're going to guess that the blueberry being diagonal is going to get us killed. I knew it. Adjacent means within touching distance. Does not have to be not diagonal. I saved. Yeah, let me explain this to you, why this worked. Because diagonal also means adjacent. Not directly adjacent. Directly adjacent threw me off. I thought it had to be cross or horizontal. But we got this one. We got two victories in one day. Suddenly, the stove pops open. Oh my god. There's a photo inside of it, with text written on the back. I don't remember what the food was like at the orphanage. Probably bland. I wish I could forget what lab script tastes like, but meals were usually the least painful part of my day in the lab, so I've got a soft spot for the stuff. But that wasn't food. It was nutritious and edible, nothing more. It didn't fill you up. It wasn't warm. There wasn't any thought in it at all. Pancakes are food. They sizzle in the pan and curl at the edges. They make little bubbles when they need flipping. You can undercook them or burn them, bury them in toppings, or eat them with your hands. They're filling and tasty and oh so warm. I'm sure I could easily recreate her recipe. It's hardly rocket science, even with one arm. But I've never had someone cook for me before. I'd like to pretend I'm not capable I'd like to pretend I'm not capable for a little while longer. Okay. This is our shame save for the record. This is our go back to this and solve this another time. Maybe off stream if I have to. That took half as long. Half as long for us to just sit here and gaze at the floor puzzle. It's a loose page with handwriting on it. Judging by the number in the corner and the fading ink, must be a small part of a much larger document. It's nice to have job security right out of school. I've had my doubts during junior year, of course, but I don't think anyone could have predicted how the sector's grown these past few months. The development in cybernetics technology has been explosive. Sometimes, literally. It's troubling, but all great technology has the potential for misuse. And now I'm going to be part of an organization that works to keep that tech under control. Though, I'll be honest, the name's pretty silly. Oh well, I could always change the acronym later. Huh? I thought that things were moving fast before, but the growth we're seeing now makes those earlier years look glacial. STOP is doing good work that needs to get done, and it's making countries put money where their mouth is when it comes to international cooperation efforts. Last month, we managed to craft a digital data management system that could tell us whenever a dangerous cybernetic schematic was downloaded and where it was downloaded to. This month, we finalized our report on maximizing cybernetic synchronization for patients, confirming my earlier theory that the younger, the better. The difference really was astounding, and I must admit, it felt good to shove that 90% performance increase right in that stuffy old bastard's smug face. Okay. Dr. Tan asked if the trend in performance would improve further if we started surgery any earlier. A weird question since this tech is only approved for anyone old enough to enlist, but I guess she was just being thorough. The theory is sound. The promotion was nice. I deserve it, and I was the only obvious choice. But still, it felt nice to be recognized. What's the next thing I'm going to play after this? That's a grand question. I don't really know. I've got a lot of good detective games on deck, but I do actually, now they remind me, it's gonna be proto-violence after this, because this is a trilogy, and the third one is coming out in sometime this summer, and I have got a promise to keep regarding that. So, proto-violence for sure. We're gonna complete this trilogy. Yep, there is malViolence, proto-violence, and the newest one, interviolence, coming out soon. Not exactly sure when, but Motto's working on it as we speak. Entry set number 3. Another month where the Security Advisory Council looked completely lost. It's like they don't know what to do with peacetime. They do amazing work, obviously. The world is secure, and cybernetic technology is finally getting regulated. The laws are catching up with this science. That's a good thing, even if it makes their job a little less exciting. Or maybe a little less secure. Props to you, friend, you've got will. I know. I requested another transfer. My third in 3 years, but they didn't seem to mind. I just can't find work as engrossing as I used to. It probably doesn't help that I'm not sure what it is I do anymore. I mean, logically, I know what I do. I research cybernetics. But I'm not sure what I do for STOP. STOP hasn't had a major security incident in months. The last incident they responded to was just a protest outside the building that got a little too rowdy. Staff morale has been down ever since. A little controversy is to be expected, given the power STOP has nowadays. They're being naive if they expect people to be grateful to the organization forever. I might have transferred a few times too many. I came into work today and clocked out without recognizing a single face the entire time. New people, new places, committees, projects, and always more acronyms. And for the first time in years, I was denied access to internal data. I didn't think anything could be above my pay grade anymore. Note to self, look up YTDI. I see. Was there any other lore that we missed up here? Maybe. Yep. Entry set number 4. I was very disappointed with the state of the Youth Training and Development Initiative. That's how I put it in writing. I don't really have the right words to express my disgust with this program's existence. The idea that cybernetic sync rates increase in the earlier in life treatments starts was based on a completely different timeline, assuming that we were talking about 18 versus 24. It was never supposed to justify whatever the hell they're doing right now. They don't actually care about reducing rejection symptoms or making the cybernetics work more seamlessly. They care about creating a product by experimenting on children. Children that no one else cares about. They want to produce cybernetic trainees that are powerful, unthinking, and unflinchingly obedient to authority. STOP plans to sell these trainees as a force to keep its donors on top. I've got a transfer to the YTDI as a supervisor. No one even seems ashamed to give me full access. I get the sense that my superiors aren't paying attention to what is happening. That might be the most infuriating part of it for me. They don't care whether this program succeeds or fails. The implication I'm getting is that this is far from the only program of its kind. It might be one of many, many more. Good God. Entry set number 5. He smiled at me. Even though everyone else he's seen here, everyone dressed like me, acting like me, working for the same people as me, has made him suffer. He smiled at me. I'm getting better at coming up with excuses to visit him, at least. I need to evaluate how he's coping with the procedures, just like the other YTDI trainees. I might need to test his reflexes. Hell, he might need a snack to make him more cooperative. All my explanations are superficially believable at best. I'm no medical professional. I'm a supervisor. I oversee things. By all means, I should have been reprimanded for getting too involved, but no such warnings have come my way. I'm never going to be able to forget the look on his face when the convulsions started. He knew it was coming, and he knew there was nothing he could do to even brace himself for the pain. He's been through it countless times. I don't want to see it ever again. They claimed that it was clerical error that he didn't receive his anti-seizure medications that morning. I know it was actually punishment. He refused to obey during yesterday's mandatory exercises. You wouldn't treat an animal like this, much less another human. To them, he's less than that. I triggered a false alarm right on schedule, down to the second. My not at all false explosive followed suit. I had always understood that the chemical reaction was very simple to set up. But I still expected my first felony to present more challenges than this. Maybe I have a knack for this kind of thing. He didn't hesitate for 1 second when I asked him to come with me. As I rushed them through the fire exit, the look on his face at that moment is stuck with me. Could anyone have looked more relieved? Maybe he should have hesitated. All that awaits him is a life in hiding. At least he'll have a choice from now on. I see. Entry number 6. I've no right to call myself a parent, but even so, parenthood is hard. His rehab is going well as can be expected, but this is no way to raise a child. I can educate him, keep him fed and care for him, but I can't give him any kind of a future. Not while STOP is trying to erase our very existence. I've managed to section away enough resources to last us a while, but all my internal records within STOP were destroyed by the fire. They still know I'm out here. But now I have no proof that I was ever as big a part of them as I say. It's my word against theirs, and they have far larger, more powerful allies. Bombs, sabotage, and cryptic messages on shady websites get much better traction than just sending my research notes to major news outlets. No one cares what Deidre Destrange has to say. But when Dr. Danger blows up an energy pipeline, People look up from their food and watch. Oh, he chose the name. It's got a nice old-school appeal to it. Caution has always been eager to please and happy to spend time with me. Is it any wonder he wants to help the nefarious Dr. Danger in her fight? I should tell him no. Revenge is poison, and he's already been through too much. But I still can't bear to calculate how much of his suffering is my fault. I don't have the heart to tell him. No, I'd sooner die than judge him for how much he hates Stop. Dr. Danger and Caution are becoming a household name, but that's about it. Stop is still in power. People are still too scared to take them to task. And there are still YTDI centers all over the world. If I destroy one, they move the children to another. That's as horrible as is, but what if they don't care enough to even do that? What if they believe that YTDI is just not worth the cost? What will happen to those children then? Something needs to change, but I'm not sure it's something that Dr. Danger can do. And I'm not sure that Deirdre Destrange is enough for him. Jeez. Well then. We've learned a lot about this world, just from a couple of notes. Let's go ahead and save one last time. So, I believe I've done all the puzzles around here, which leaves this one last. The lock for the door is a scrapbook. Its pages are empty, though. So then, if it's only 4 scraps, I believe it's this, this, and this. Damn it. I see what I did wrong. Hold on. I did it out of order. I immediately see what I did wrong. So it's not... Because look in here. The pancakes are right there. This is after they get out. So it's this, freedom, eating pancakes, and making bombs. You place the scrap down to get a fresh look at what you got so far. When you step back, you feel like something's out of place. What? And if you can tell, then he can tell. Better...
Hey, lab rat.
It's okay to suck at arts and crafts, lab rat. Not everyone's born to make masterpieces. But that scrapbook meant a lot to me. If you were gonna screw up that badly, you could have at least used the non-permanent glue. Bead of sweat trickles down your back. Was that an option? Wait, I left that out, didn't I? My bad. If memory serves me, this button should... Whoopsie-doopsie. Looks like they pressed the wrong... Ow. Subject succeeded in proving the fatality of Raygun Prototype Delta 9. Contributing factors to death? They messed up my scrapbook, so now we're even. Dead end. Holy scrap. Indeed. Okay. I'm not missing any photos, so I just got them in the wrong order. I should read these, yeah. She told me to explore the place, said it was important that I adjust to my new environment, but she's been holed up in the lab. This time I fell asleep. Maybe it's that. That. Wait, this is the second page. Freedom. Rehabilitation. The first pancakes. What do you think is the solution here? You think it has to do with how they're fitting in? Because I don't think it is. New environment. Bomb first. I don't think so, because that's the latest one. What was left in my shoulder told me to explore the place. Or then I adjust my new environment. She's been holed up in the lab. Okay, let me try this one. Nope, once again I'm wrong. Let me see what's in this scrapbook. Nothing in there of note. Okay. This is just their writing exercises. I think there were hints in the book I was reading. Okay, this is the this has got to be like the last puzzle. We've been at this forever, and I'm over time as it is. Okay. Okay, let's... Sure, why not? Let's do it in the way we see it on our left shoulder. Nope. Maybe that's a clue. Those two are out of place. I believe this is definitely last. That's really it? Freedom, pancakes, enhancements, and... Huh, that's an interesting timeline to do it in. Okay. Huh. The screen behind you didn't turn on. Guess Caution was really serious about that whole silent treatment thing. The way should be clear now. You could look around a while longer, but the chances are high you won't like whatever else you find. Alright. Let's wrap this up. Better keep moving. Please don't be another room. I've spent too long doing this. Looks like there are no screens in this corridor. You don't think you'll see any of Dr. Danger either. There really isn't much else to say about this hall. Let me double check something real quick. Okay. If that's the case, then this is probably close to the exit. To be honest, the lack of nasally jabbering kind of puts you on edge. Not that you like that brat who called you a lab rat and trapped you in several rooms with lethal puzzles, but the silence forces you to focus on something much louder and much more disturbing. Thoughts that are only now coming to the forefront of your mind. Think about Dr. Deidre Destrange. Think about the results of your investigation. And you think about yourself. A tiny cog in a massive machine. A sleek, pristine, reliable machine. Carefully cleansed of the blood it split. A deep, dark pit hollows your stomach. Slowly, you make your way forward, each step heavier than the last. In a large garage filled to the brim with cardboard boxes, the exit waits for you, wide open. It's night already. Outside, you hear the quiet rushing of a river. Just a few more steps, and you're out of here. Even more, you'll be on the bus back home. It'll take about a couple of hours to get back to HQ. And you'll nap on the ride, probably, so that by the time you get over to your stop, you'll have enough energy to run up thousands of narrow stairs. And you'll reach your boss's office, and... well, what'll happen next? You'll definitely get that bonus. If this isn't going above and beyond. Maybe you'll get a promotion. A better salary. Better benefits. Better home. A better life. Something you've always wanted. And maybe that'll help you sort out the pit that's been going
Finally going to take responsibility?
Not now, kid! The last thing you need him is showing up.
I see my escape brooms have worked their magic. I didn't think it was possible, but you're feeling guilty, aren't you?
Maybe. Maybe I am part of an organization that's destroyed kids' lives and actual bodies. Maybe I am guilty. Maybe I am definitely not the good guy in this situation. Yeah, you know what? You're good and ready to pull that trigger, and I would not fault you for it. Guilt? Is that what this is? Is that what it is? Over something you didn't do? All those years, you must have been so proud to wear that uniform. To be a brave soldier fighting for such a pristine, justice-seeking organization like that. You feel sick. But it's not enough for you to feel bad. 'Cause if I let you go home and get your bonuses and sleep in your nice bed, you'll be stumbling over yourself to forget everything that happened here as fast as possible. You, or your boss, or the next agent. You'll storm in here and sweep away everything me and Dr. Danger fought for. Someone better catch me. And someone better catch me and destroy this place. And stop will turn me into a nameless drone like I was supposed to be. He's shaking. He's trying to put on a brave face, but he's shaking.
But I don't want that, you know? I don't want to forget my home, my books, my bugs, my bed. And I don't want to forget myself. I don't want to forget about collecting stickers, or eating pudding, or sewing my first pair of mittens.
Boy, I may be a dead man, but I would like to not be a dead man in this game, kid. And you don't want blood on your hands, even if you've already got plenty.
And I don't want to forget Dr. Danger! She saved me! She raised me! She stood up for me when no one else did!
Valid! Very valid, kid!
And what did Stop do? They made her a villain! They took everything away from her!
Sorry, that's my bad. So, what are you gonna do now, lab rat? You still got your weapon, don't you? Come on. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me. 'Cause if you don't, I'll... You can't deal with this anymore. You don't want to fight him. You're not going to use your gun?
Then, on behalf of Stop, die.
What? The bullets. It only grazed your cheek. Huh? Caution. Fell? What's going...
I missed.
Hey. Well, you gave me a lot to think about, that's for sure.
I had the muzzle aimed at your head, the bullets loaded, and I missed. First try.
Caution's gaze is vacant. It's the same gaze as that boy in the scrapbook. That alone makes the pit in your stomach sink even deeper. So to fill it, you say something really, really stupid. You know, you could have fired again. I'm at contact shot distance.
No, I couldn't have. Trying to kill you was a lot more tiring than I thought it would be.
Sounds about right. Tiring. Ah.
Go. This is what you wanted, right? The exit's right there. Go back to your home, your TV, your money. I was fooling myself, thinking I could do what Dr. Danger did for me. So go. I hope the guilt eats at you for the rest of your fucking life.
For a kid, you're smarter than most adults I know. Slowly, you make your way towards the exit. When you finally make it outside, you turn back. The boy's still sitting there, legs splayed haphazardly, arms floppy, still staring at you. You stare back at him. Give him a curt nod. He doesn't react. So, without another word,
hey,
you...
Rat.
What do you want? You turn back and see him forcing an attempt at a villainous grin.
If you really feel that bad about it, I did sneak copies of everything you've seen here onto your device. I found your address while you were looking around.
Creepy, but you know what? For the greater good, I won't mind it. This time.
Pretty devious idea, right? Downright heinous.
Something like that. He takes a deep breath, then exhales.
All right. Here's another world-class criminal scheme for you. Stop Agent stakes reputation, credentials, leaks internal docs to all four corners of the net. Not a bad headline. Could make for a half-decent start to a villainous career. Your choice, obviously. But I know what I'm talking about. After all, I am a supervillain.
Of all the evil deeds I do in my afterlife, that doesn't sound like a bad one. And that's game. Finally. And there we have it, folks. Mind-bending puzzles, one skip used, and a fantastic new world to explore. All by indie devs. Carrick in a bit, Bennett, and Vin Vox. Well done, well done. Good acting. Good acting. Good direction as well. And of course, to the devs, thank you very much for reaching out, Motto. This has been a wonderful series to start up. Very cool game indeed. Also, hello, Taran Zero. Thanks for lurking as always. Thank you, Centurion. Yeah, this hurt my brain a lot more than I thought it would. But I had a good time enjoying this universe. Maybe I should have played on easy if I wanted to get it done in one stream. But I earned almost all of that ending. I did flake out on the carpet puzzle, but I've got 5 minutes before the game starts, so I'm gonna find a certain somebody who hopefully is still live. You better be live. Okay. Senegal is celebrating Streamiversary. So, our raid message is Bone Rush. Happy Streamiversary, monkey. That's your raid message, folks. Give my good regards to Senecal, and I will catch you on the flip side. And as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. And thank you again, Motto, for introducing me to your series. I'll have my review up soon, and I will start Proto-Violence as soon as possible. Good night, everybody.